Hi everyone, Cheryl Arkle. Hi. It's been a while since I've been here. I've had a lot on and I'm back today for What Are You Reading? Hi everyone, Thursday, 2:00, What Are You Reading? This is a segment where we tell you what we're reading and you tell us what you're reading. It's been a couple of weeks and I think the chair has been taken care of, if you like, by Verity and Britt. And was Oliver in on one of these? Not yet, just Verity and Britt, which is fantastic. And thank you. They're doing a wonderful job. But you've got me today. It's Cheryl Arkle and this is What Are You Reading? So much has been happening and I've got so much to talk about. And I'm going to start with Christian White. This is Christian. Oh, look, I can't even. I'm so out of practice. Oh, the book is, there it is. It's called The Ledge. And is that, can we say that the right way around? Yeah. Okay. Because I can't. It's flicking back at me the wrong way around. But it doesn't matter as long as you can see it. It's the new Christian White book. And don't we love Christian White? He was in the office the other day. So this is his very brand new book and it's called The Ledge, and it's when human remains are discovered and a group of old friends begin to panic about the secret that has been uncovered. It's called The Ledge. It's by Christian White. You know him. You've read him. I'm trying to remember what his first book is, but somebody out there is going to tell me what was the first book that Christian White wrote. You guys will know. I know, but I just can't remember. And welcome to those that are joining us. What is it? The Nowhere Child. That was the first Christian White. And here he is again. Now, he was in the other day, and I just love him. And we recorded a podcast, he and I, and that's coming out shortly as well. Welcome, everyone. What are you reading? You tell us what you're reading, and I'll tell you what we're reading. Here we go. Everybody's on board, which is fantastic. I can see all your comments. Yvonne says hi. And Yvonne is reading The Haters by Robin Hardy, a new author to Yvonne. Gail, hi Gail. Gail is reading Fallen Woman, fabulous one by her favourite author, which is Fiona McIntosh, which we were only just talking about a minute ago before we started recording. Kaz says, hi everyone, I'm reading The Valley by Chris Hammer. Whoa, 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 don't we love Chris Hammer? He was in the other day. He just keeps getting better. And he was here, right here, and he recorded an author on author with Carolyn Overington. And I think that's been released. That's out there. So if you jump onto YouTube, I don't know if you're across the authors on authors, but they're fabulous. They're usually, 15 minutes, and it's a conversation between two authors. We're screening them on YouTube. We're now going to screen them on Facebook, and they're just very, very popular and super interesting. But anyway, so that's happening, and that was a segue because somebody was talking. Yeah, why don't we show a video from all?
And what's so interesting is all the different ways you can now tell Australian stories. So I'm thinking of Trent Dalton, who was for a long time a colleague of mine at The Australian. He worked for the magazine.
So all the other publishers then went, there was a belief that Australian crime couldn't sell.
Yeah.
And she demonstrated, that it really could.
Yours are really flat. And mine,
really good value for money, yes.
Yeah, they're real value for money.
So that's authors on authors. And as I said, jump onto YouTube, and now we're putting them on Facebook as well. So that was Kaz, and thank you, Kaz, for that segue. Carolyn Manners, she says hi. Carolyn, thank you so much, and thank you for your lovely messages. Carolyn has been following me on my personal Instagram, where I've been advocating for what's happening in Gaza and the West Bank and now Lebanon. I don't know if you know this, but, my parents are Lebanese, and my mother's brothers and sisters, my cousins, they have been impacted by the invasion of Lebanon by Israel. So it's been a really hard time, and thank you. And thanks, Carolyn, for checking in on me. Carolyn says, so lovely to see you back, Cheryl. I have just finished reading the absorbing and powerful Stoneyard devotional by Charlotte Wood. Wonderful. And I think I was longlisted for the Booker Prize. And congratulations to Charlotte. I think she's the first female Australian writer to be longlisted for the Booker. And although much of the novel is about despair and grief, I found it to be beautiful and a masterful book, well deserving of its place on the Booker shortlist. Oh, there you go. It was on the Booker shortlist. Okay. Thank you, Carolyn, for that. And thank you also for those personal notes that you sent me. Okay, Alita, she says, hi, Cheryl. Great to see you. It was really nice to be here, to be in a familiar, wonderful office, the Better Reading office, but also to be with you guys today. It's very comforting knowing that there's so many people out there. You know what they say about readers? Readers have empathy, and I really value that, and I think it's very true. Okay, Alita is reading, it's about to start Solve Murders by Richard Osman, which is the new Richard Osman. Sally says, hi, Cheryl, The House of Then and Now by Jo Dixon is what she's reading. I want to hold this up, the new Jodie Picoult, because I had a chat with Jodie this morning. I was lucky enough to be invited to an event in Sydney, and I had a chat with her. It was so much fun. We had a great conversation. I don't know if you know, and I don't know how much to give away, but she doubts whether the book is kind of historical fiction and there's a contemporary side to it as well. There's a contemporary story to it as well. I don't know. If you guys have read it, let me know. And she says that, well, in this book, her research leads her to believe that Emilia Bassano was actually Shakespeare, and Shakespeare, as we know, wasn't Shakespeare. But it's an intriguing book. It's a great book. She talks to it so well. She's on tour at the moment, so if you get a chance to see it, do. And this is the new book, really beautiful, and it's called By Any Other Name. So that was today. That was this morning. We're having a very busy day. Okay, what else have we got? Jane says she's just finished A Time for Friends by Patricia Scanlon, Every Last Suspect by Nicola Moriarty as well, and The Cook by Ajax Chowdhury, all great reads. Okay, what else have we got? Christine is here. I have just finished Chris Hammer's book, The Valley, and she got to meet him as well. She's getting to meet him on Monday night. Well, you'll love him, Christine. He's a great talker. He's very personable and he's super smart. Christine also said she really has enjoyed watching the Authors on Authors with Caroline Overington and Chris Hammer. Okay, a big one. I feel as though this is a drum roll. It is absolutely the brand new Tim Winton. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. The book is called Juice. It is a big book on so many levels. It's a huge story. It's typical of Tim Winton, but not, in a way that he's telling the story in Tim Winton style and what we know and we love, but also it is a book set in the future, and it's kind of dystopian. And it's because we haven't looked after the planet, and it becomes this, arid landscape, if you like. But there's two characters in there, or there's several characters, but the characters I love the most were the guy and the little girl who are, are moving and trying to live through this dystopian world and to survive, and what they come across and their journey and their relationship, etc. I'm not a dystopian fiction reader. It's really, if I see that word, I usually just move on to the next book. But because it was Tim Winton, I really wanted to read it. And I think it's a page turner. I think it's a fantastic story. And I enjoyed it so much. So if any of you have read it, let me know. It's just out. It's kind of a big book. But the really, really good news for you is that Tim is coming to the office today, after I speak to you today, and we're going to be doing, I'm going to be having a conversation with Tim. It's going to be called Authors on Authors. I'm not an author, but it's going to be Tim and I in conversation, and we're going to call it an Authors on Authors special. So we're going to record it as a podcast and record it as a video that you can watch on Facebook or YouTube. And that is happening this afternoon in our office. So you heard it here first, right? Hey, tell me for those Tim Winton fans out there, what is your favourite Tim Winton? Favourite book? I've got mine. Let me know what yours is. Okay. All right, I'm going to go through a few more comments. Janine, good to see you back. Thank you. Janine just finished Black Silk and Sympathy by Deborah Challenor. Great read, now reading The Valley. Excellent. Okay. Margaret Ryan, she just finished Julie Goodwin's Your Time Starts Now. My goodness, what a life. Extraordinary. Meryl is reading The Perfect Son by Frida McFadden. Faye is saying hi to us and is reading Wing by Nikki Gemmell. And she says, look after yourself. Thank you, Faye. It really is, like for a lot of us, a very, very hard time. Kathy is reading The Valley by Chris Hammer. Lee has just started The Ledge by Christian White. I mean, so many segues today. I'll just hold that Ledge. It's also our book of the week that's out now. All right, what else have we got? What else have I got on my part? Oh, Paula Hawkins, a new book by Paula Hawkins. Now, I'm trying to remember what Paula Hawkins' first book was. The what? The Girl on the Train. That's exactly right. Don't you love it that I've got people around me that know as much about books and reading as I do, and that know as much about books and reading as you do? And when I can't remember something, I've got a brains trust right here. And I've got a brains trust in you guys out there in comments. Very lucky. Anyway, Paula Hawkins, this is her new book and it's called The Blue Hour. It's a slow burn mystery and thriller, and it takes place in an isolated Scottish town which is filled with secrets. And there's so much happening, and there's a shocking discovery, and Paula is back. There she is. Okay, what else have we got? Comments. Where are we? Favorite Tim Winton. Oh, okay. Jane says Breath is her favorite. And that's great. I really like Breath, but it's not my favorite. Carolyn's is Cloud Street is her favorite. Margaret just finished Julie Goodwin's Your Time Starts Now as well. What a story. Laughed, cried. Recipes as well. Thank you to Julie's writing about her mental health struggles and giving us all a wake-up call. Now, do you know what? This is why I love this segment so much. I wasn't going to read that Julie Goodwin book. I don't know why. It just didn't appeal to me. But now that you've told me what your experience of it is, and that you've read it and that you've liked it, I'm going to put it on my TBR list. So thank you. So it goes both ways right here. Yvonne's favourite Tim Winton is Cloud Street. Alita is Cloud Street. Colin's just started reading Counting Spaces by Nicholas Sparks. Sue is reading Before the Swallows Come Back. Janine's favourite is Dirt Music of Tim Winton. Okay, my favourite hasn't come up yet. Brittany's favourite, Brit is right here in the office, and she's obviously engaging. And her favourite, oh no, it's not your favourite, what you've just finished reading. She's just finished reading The Quiet Tenant by Clemence Michelon. So I don't know, did you like it, Britt, or not?
Yes, it was great.
Oh, yes, it was great. Okay, so there we go. Kirsty Wright, recently read a lot of Frida McFadden's books. Love her. Also have recently read Keep It in the Family by John Mars, The Ledge by Christian White, so many. He One Moment by Leanne Moriarty. Have people read that? What's it like? Tell me. All great. Well, Kirsty liked it. I think one of my favourite reads of the year, though, has been As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zufla Katouf. Fantastic. There you go. I don't know about that book. I'm going to try and find it. That sounds fantastic. Julianne says her favourite Tim Winton is Breath. Here's my favourite. Laura is The Riders. And so that is absolutely my favourite, The Riders. That book, I've read it now maybe twice or three times. It just doesn't leave me. It is such a beautiful, powerful book about people, emotions, relationships, yearning, longing, you know, the things that he's really good at in writing. And I'm going to ask him about The Riders this afternoon. So there you go, Laura, sorry, that that is definitely my favourite. Blueback is Kirsty's favourite as well. Oh no, that's the first time we have heard about Blueback. Podcasts, they're out now. We've got Danielle Binks. She was talking to us about her new book. Danielle is so talented. This book is what? It's middle read, would it be? Young adult, okay. And it's called 6 Summers of Tash and Leopold. She is a wonderful person. She's a really good writer, but she's also an agent, a literary agent as well. She's a great reader. She knows how to pick a book, and she's really sassy, and we love her. And she's coming into the office very, very soon to have a chat with us and to shoot some content. So there you go. That's Danielle Binks. Okay, what else have I got? Okay, I've got this book. It's called I Was Anastasia, and it's by Ariel Lawhan. This is an enthralling historical mystery that unravels the extraordinary twists and turns of Anna Anderson's 50-year battle to be recognised as Anastasia Romanov. It is really just one of those books. So much history, so interesting, so much background, and that's out now. Tell me if you've read it and what you think of it as well. All right, okay, that's my book stack for the moment. What do I need to tell you? I need to tell you a lot of things. We've got some super podcasts coming out at the moment. There's so many. October, November, so many big titles coming out, and you probably know half of them that are out. So it's a big time for that. Big time for podcasts, Authors on Authors, which we've talked about. Oh, and what else? Preview. If you want to sign up for Preview and you want to start reviewing books, don't forget you have to sign up to our newsletter, and that's how we run it. So from the newsletter, you get to choose. Towards the end of the year, we don't have as many previews as we do during the year, and that's because, you know, you've reviewed pretty much all the new books and all the books out till the end of November, and publishing slows down December, January, and then we start coming back February, March, April. So there'll be a whole lot there as well. Okay, I want to see more Tim Winton. What's your favourite Tim Winton? Let me have a look. We've got some more comments here. No, the last one is Blueback, and that was Kirsty, and I read that out. Okay, anybody in the office have a favourite Tim Winton? Oh, Juice. Lily says Juice. Well, that's a good one. Cloud Street is Oliver's. Blueback is Verity's. Brish?
I did like Juice as well.
Oh, Juice as well. There you go. And mine is The Riders. Okay, I think we might finish up on that note. Thank you, everybody that's joined us today. It's very nice to be back. Very nice to chat with you. I've got to go because I've got Tim Winton in this afternoon. Sorry. See you next time.